talk will tell you more about him than all the words that I can use. I think almost the second or third time that I met Samantha in Guwahati, probably in the mid-90s, he said, can you, I'll have to show it to you. Can you actually sit without leaning against anything with your legs bent like this? And I couldn't. And then he went on to explain the whole concept of center of gravity. And then we made him actually do several experiments of this sort with just his body and odds and ends like a rubbish can and a chair, a table, and so on. And this went on for over an hour. And I took photographs, which I still have, of all the experiments yes, I still have them on slide. He, in the early 90s, had become a name in India, which almost every child who watched TV, not that every child watches TV, knew. Because it was Samar's program which had become extremely popular in the teaching of simple science without a lab. Of course, today we ask deeper questions about science itself, but I will come to that probably at the end when we have the discussion. And since then, I have been meeting Samartha off and on in different places, and the last time I met him was in Aligarh. He chaired the session I was speaking in, and I chaired the session he was speaking in. So he wanted me to, maybe he thought that I was a very benign chairperson, I didn't interfere, I didn't ask too many questions. And when the question answer session started, I had to catch a train to Delhi, so I ran away. So maybe that's why he chose me to chair this session as well. A non-interfering person, but I can be quite interfering if need be. So with this very brief introduction and just a couple of words on the topic that he's going to speak on, which is essentially a topic which revolves around the question of sustainable development. Both are very loaded words. Because first, to understand what is development, we have to completely forget the meaning of development as we have understood it so far. And the second question of what is sustainable development, on which several of us have written articles and published saying, sustainable development actually is an oxymoron. The meaning of an oxymoron means that in a phrase, if there are two or more words, they oppose each other. So, what is sustainability? In going beyond what Brundtland said, ultimately we have to quantify. And if we want to quantify, the central question becomes, how much energy can we take from nature? Can we quantify this? Some of us have attempted, but there is still a raging debate going on. I'm not going to say anything about this. I'm going to let Samartha speak first, and then we'll come back to some of these questions. And what he's going to add to this whole debate is the understanding of Gandhi and Tagore of this whole question of what is development and how can development be sustainable. So with these very few words, I invite Samantha to deliver his lecture.
Good afternoon and evening to everybody. I would like to thank Saraswati for giving this opportunity to me to come here to speak to a very small audience, but they are all enlightened audience. I can only speak in English, but not in Telugu.